Well, hey gang, Daryl Davis coming here to talk about designing a life worth smiling about. So I want to talk to you about having a smile revolution in your life. See, there's a book by Colin Jones. The title of this is The Smile Revolution in 18th Century Paris. Now, according to Mr. Jones' book, it seems as though way back it was considered inappropriate to smile in public or in portraits. It was frowned upon to smile. Now, there were a couple of reasons for this. Number one is the belief was that your smile, your facial expressions, actually represented your inner soul. So if you were smiling and jovial too much, then you were insane. It was more appropriate to be subdued and significant and to be a thinker and to be empathetic to others, to be sophisticated, all that. So frowning was the way to go. Now, the second reason why smiling was not good back then is because, quite frankly, they all had rotten teeth. See, they didn't have dentistry. It was considered, they did, but it wasn't respected upon. So a lot of the high society, uppity up people there, they had bad breath, rotten teeth. As a matter of fact, one of the kings of the time was toothless. So you can imagine that that would not be an attractive portrait. Yeah, okay. So it was frowned upon, yeah? Now, this famous painter, Elizabeth Louise Vigée-Lebrun, I don't know if I said that right, but it sure sounded French. So Elizabeth, she did a self-portrait painting that had a smile and teeth. Well, when this got hung up in the Louvre, it created like really big uproar because that was so frowned upon, it was so not appropriate. Now, the book goes on to explain that along with this painting and some other changes in society at the time, actually helped create this smile revolution where now it was okay, it was appropriate, and it goes on to explain that dentistry became more of a medical field, and it just grew from this seed was planted from this painting. Now, there's a couple of things that I got in reading about this. So first of all, just one person can can create a revolution by going against the norm, thinking outside of the box. That it really can impact and help contribute to changing the world. That's the first thing. But the other thing that I thought of, which is a little off from the book, but that whole thinking about your facial expressions represent your soul. Science has now proven that this is true, that whatever you're thinking or feeling, there's a connection between your facial expressions. Your facial expressions tell your brain how you're feeling at the time and generates the chemicals which then makes you feel that way. So if you're having some struggles or challenges, you're not feeling good about yourself or your business, you're starting to attract a lot of negative things, well, perhaps you got to start looking in the mirror. That perhaps it all starts with the smile. That if you're frowning and you're not smiling, that you're sending negative thoughts into your brain and through your body, and it's attracting more negative in your life. So I want to give you just a little tip. If you find that you're frowning or you're not smiling, whatever the situation is, you may be in conversation with somebody else, you may be at your job, you may be at your desk, and you find yourself not feeling good, I want you to ask yourself the question, what can I smile about right now? If you're talking to somebody and you're not feeling good, perhaps you can smile that you're in the presence of somebody else sharing something that you can glean from, that you can learn from, that can inspire you in your relationship. So constantly be committed to the question in every scenario, whenever you're feeling down, to ask yourself, what reason do I have to smile? What can I smile about right now? And I promise you, no matter how bad it looks, you can usually find, not usually, you can always find something to put a smile on your face. So start a smile revolution in your life. Start with the smile. The rest will come. All right, hope this helped you. Have a wonderful day, and don't forget to keep smiling.